Migration of population. Migration is the movement of people in and out of an area. It is another way by which population size changes. After the discovery of America in the 16th century, there was a wave of emigration from European countries to settle in America. Thus, countries like the United States of America and Australia have gained in numbers by immigration or immigration. Sudan is an example of a country that has experienced a loss in population numbers due to outmigration or emigration. The general trend of international migrations is from the less developed nations to the more developed nations in search of better employment opportunities. With countries, large number of people may move from the rural to urban areas in search of employment, education and health facilities. Migration is also influenced by natural calamities, shortage of water, wars and strife, etc. that force people to safer places, sometimes from one part of the country to another, often from one country to another. During independence in India, the new country, Pakistan, was created that led to riots and migration across the borders. Trivia. The average life expectancy of the global population is 65.07 years. This means that an individual on an average dies at an age of 65.07 years. Composition of population. The size of population has little to do with its level of economic development. For example, both Bangladesh and Japan are very densely populated, but Japan is far more economically developed than Bangladesh. This is an important factor in understanding the resource value of population. People vary greatly in their age, sex, literacy level, health condition, occupation and income level. It is necessary to understand these characteristics of people. Population composition refers to the structure of the population. The composition of population helps us to know how many males or females, sex ratio, which age group, age composition they belong to, how educated, literacy rate and level they are, or what type of occupations, occupational structure they are employed in, and what are their income levels and health conditions. A population pyramid shows the total population divided into various age groups. Example, 5 to 9 years, 10 to 14 years. The percentage of the total population subdivided into males and females in each of those groups. The shape of the population pyramid tells us about the people living in that particular area or country. The number of children below 15 years are shown at the bottom and reflect the level of births. The size and shape of the top shows the numbers of aged people above 65 years and is a reflection of the number of deaths. The population pyramid of a country in which birth and death rates both are high is broad at the base and rapidly narrows towards the top. This is because although many children are born, a large percentage of them die in their infancy, relatively few become adults, and there are very few old people. This type of a pyramid can be seen in case of Kenya. In countries where death rates, especially in infants, are decreasing, the pyramid is broad in the younger age groups because more infants survive to adulthood. This can be seen in the pyramid for India. Such populations contain a relatively large number of young people, and which means a strong and expanding labor force. In countries like Japan, low birth rates make the pyramid narrow at the base. Decreasing death rates enable larger number of people to reach old and mature age. The population pyramid also tells us how many dependents there are in a country. There are two groups of dependents: young dependents aged below 15 years and elderly dependents aged over 65 years. Those of the working age are the economically active and contribute to the country's economy.